Hello, friend of karmic affinity. As the sunset gradually fades and the bustling noises of the outside world begin to settle, it is a signal that a long day is gently letting go. But be honest with your heart. Right now, even though your body is lying down, is your mind refusing to stop? If your head is still busy replaying the films of today, filled with worries and regrets, then this video is a gift just for you. My dear friend, the evening is not just a time for sleep. In the wisdom of mindfulness, it is a sacred threshold connecting what has passed and what is yet to come. The words we whisper to ourselves at this moment are not just sounds. They are seeds of consciousness, the most miraculous healing medicine for a heart in need of rest. Imagine that instead of falling into sleep with anxiety, you are enveloped by the gentle reminders of wisdom and love. This will completely change the quality of your sleep and your energy when dawn breaks. Tonight, we will walk through 6 brief but powerful contemplations. Right now, choose the most comfortable position. You can sit or lie down and gently place one hand on the left side of your chest where your heart is beating. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath and prepare to enter a space of peace. Contemplation 1. Today is complete. Let us begin with the first and most important reminder to release your mind from the burden of time. Today is complete. My dear friend, when we lie down, the mind often has a stubborn habit. It hates incompleteness. It is like a diligent but overly anxious secretary, constantly replaying the scenes of the day. It reminds you of a slip of the tongue, an unhappy look from a colleague, or a long list of unfinished tasks. The mind tries to analyze, fix, and find ways to control what has already happened. It is this effort to cling to the recent past that keeps your nerves as tight as a bowstring, even while your body lies still. But listen to this truth. When the sun has set below the horizon and darkness covers all things, today is no longer under your control. It has become history. Any effort to think about it now cannot change the truth. It only steals your precious energy for rest. I want you to change how you look at today. Please remember that each day that passes is a teacher, not a harsh test. That teacher comes to give us lessons and experiences, not to grade us pass or fail. You woke up, you strove, and you did the best within your ability and awareness at that time. No matter the result, no matter how many things are left unfinished, energetically, today has fulfilled its mission. To truly feel this letting go, I invite you to perform a gentle mental exercise. Close your eyes and use your imagination. Visualize a beautiful, sturdy wooden box in front of you. Now, gently gather all the fragments of today. Pick up the joys, the sorrows, the successes, and the failures. Gather the worries about unfinished work and unsaid words. Gently place them all into that box. Do not analyze, do not judge, simply store them where they belong. When the box contains today in its entirety, slowly close the lid. Listen to the soft, decisive click as the lock is fastened. That sound is like the clear ring of a bell, signaling the end of meditation in an ancient mountain temple. The bell rings clearly, echoes, and then fades into the void, leaving absolute silence. That is the sound of completion. Using your intention, lift that box and place it neatly on the shelf of time. It has become the past. It has been settled. As soon as you set the box down, feel the miraculous change in your body. Notice how your shoulders, which felt heavy a moment ago, suddenly feel weightless. Feel your chest open and your breath become deeper and smoother. The burden has been lifted. You do not need to carry yesterday into tonight's sleep. Now, in this quiet and safe space, take a deep breath and welcome the relief spreading through every cell. As you exhale, whisper this healing mantra to yourself 3 times like a soothing lullaby. Today is complete. Today is complete. Today is complete. Let that completeness envelop you, allowing you to loosen completely and sink into the rest you deserve. Contemplation 2. I am grateful for the gifts of today. As the door to the old day closes and the burdens are set down, your mind now has a quiet and airy space. This is the perfect moment to light a warm lamp in your heart, dispelling the cold or empty feeling of the night. That lamp is gratitude. The second reminder for you is, I am grateful for the gifts that today has generously bestowed. My dear friend, often when night falls, our minds tend to drift toward the barren lands of lack. We lie there thinking about what we don't have, what we've lost, or desires yet unmet. This focus on deficit makes your body contract, tense, and anxious. But in the wisdom of Buddhism, gratitude is not just social politeness. It is the most miraculous healing medicine for the soul. A grateful mind is a contented mind, and a contented mind is the wealthiest and most peaceful mind in the world. Let us take a short journey back through today. But this time, look at it through the lens of mindfulness. Ask your heart, what gifts did I receive today? Please do not look for grand or distant things, like a major achievement or a huge sum of money. The most precious gifts of life often hide under the cloak of the most ordinary things that our daily busyness causes us to overlook. Remember the cool glass of water you drank when thirst hit, the feeling of the water passing through your throat and soaking into every cell. Is that not a miracle of life? Remember the warm meal you ate, whether simple or grand. It is the crystallization of the earth and sky, of sun and rain, and the labor of countless people to nourish your body. Remember the sturdy roof sheltering you right now, keeping you dry from the rain and warm from the cold wind. And remember a smile, a kind look, or a sincere greeting someone gave you during the day. All these things are precious jewels sparkling in your treasury. When you look deeply into these simple things, you will realize the subtle connection between yourself and all things. You are not alone or isolated in this life. The vast universe, with its infinite causes and conditions, has worked together to weave and bring you life and protection today. When this understanding dawns, your heart will automatically soften, expand, and fill with warmth. Gratitude is like the softest blanket covering your soul, soothing wounds and bringing you into a state of deep relaxation. To anchor this wonderful energy, I invite you to do a 30-second mindfulness breathing exercise right now. Do not try too hard, just follow your natural breath. As you inhale, feel the air entering your chest and silently say the word, blessing. Realize that each breath is a gift, a continuation of the life you are being granted. As you exhale, relax your whole body and whisper the word, thank you. Thank you to today. Thank you to life. Thank you to myself. Inhale blessing. Exhale, thank you. Continue this peaceful rhythm, and now silently name in your head 3 smallest gifts you cherish from today. Just 3 things. Let their images appear clearly, and smile at them. When you sink into sleep with a full heart overflowing with gratitude, you will find your dreams become light. And when you wake tomorrow, you will greet the dawn with a completely fresh and positive energy. Contemplation 3. I forgive myself and others. After warming the heart with gratitude, we need to go deeper into a hidden basement of consciousness to perform the most important detoxification of the day. The third reminder, the reminder of freedom. I forgive myself and others. My dear friend, perhaps the greatest barrier separating us from a peaceful sleep is not external noise, but the silent screams of resentment within. Perhaps today, or from days long ago, someone hurt you or did not treat you properly. Or perhaps you yourself did something that disappointed you. We often carry those heavy stones of anger and guilt into bed. We clutch them tight, chewing over the pain, mistakenly believing that this torment is a way to protect our self-esteem or a fitting punishment for others. But listen to the wise and compassionate warning of the Buddha through the metaphor of the hot coal. He taught that holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with your bare hand to throw it at someone else. You want the other person to be hurt. You want them to pay the price. But look again. Before that coal ever reaches them, and it might never reach them because they are living happily somewhere else, it is your own hand that is burned first. Your flesh is scorched, your heart is seared, and your sleep is incinerated by the heat of hatred. Non-forgiveness is the poison we drink every night while expecting others to die. Tonight, I invite you to bravely open your hand. Let that coal fall. Forgiveness here absolutely does not mean you agree with wrong actions or that you must force yourself to forget the pain. Forgiveness is an act of wisdom to save yourself. You forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You deserve a good night's sleep undisturbed by the ghosts of the past. And in this journey, the first and most important person you need to forgive is none other than yourself. We are often the harshest judges of ourselves. We agonize over a slip of the tongue, feel ashamed of a moment of weakness, or blame ourselves for not being perfect. But please remember, you are a human being, and being human means you are in a process of perfecting, not a product that was perfect from the start. Your version of today did the best it could with the understanding and capacity at that time. Be compassionate toward your own scratches. To truly lift this burden, let us perform a deep healing ritual together. Gently place your right hand on the left side of your chest, where your heart beats the rhythms of life. Feel the warmth from your hand transferring to your chest, like a soothing hug for the wounded child within you. Take a deep breath, accepting the tenderness of the night. As you exhale, whisper these 3 liberation mantras to yourself. First, today, I strove my best within my ability. Acknowledge your effort, regardless of the result. That effort is already a complete achievement. Second, I forgive myself. Allow the feelings of guilt and self-blame to melt away with your exhaled breath. You do not need to carry them anymore. You are allowed to start over tomorrow. And third, think of one person, just one person, you feel heaviest about, and say, I set you free so that I may rest. Imagine using the scissors of compassion to cut the dark chain connecting you to that person. They go their way. You go yours. No more attachment. No more emotional debt. When you can say these words, even just in your thoughts, you will feel a 1,000-pound rock lifted from your chest. Your internal space becomes vast, airy, and cool. Your heart has been detoxified, returning to its primal, clear state, ready to sink into a peaceful, dreamless sleep. Enjoy this infinite relief. You are safe now. Contemplation 4. I have practiced to the best of my ability. Now that the heavy stones of resentment have been shed, your heart is softer. But somewhere in your mind, there may still be a strict voice whispering, the voice of the difficult inner judge. This fourth reminder comes to soothe that voice. Today, I have practiced to the best of my ability. My dear friend, often at the end of the day, we have a habit of putting ourselves on an invisible scale. We scrutinize today like a rigorous test and grade ourselves. We look at the moments we lost our temper, the times we were lazy, or the tasks unfinished, and conclude, I did so poorly today, or I've been practicing so long, and yet I make no progress. We forget that life is a journey of experience, not an exam room to determine winners and losers. In the eyes of wisdom, practice is not limited to solemn hours of sitting meditation or reading scriptures. True practice hides in small, everyday moments so ordinary that you often overlook them. Today, was there a moment you were about to say a sharp word in anger, but then you caught yourself, took a breath, and chose silence? That is practice. Was there a moment you smiled at a stranger or patiently listened to a family member's long story even though you were tired? That is practice. Or even simpler, was there a time you realized your mind was wandering and gently brought it back to your breath? Even if only for a brief second, that is a precious achievement of mindfulness. The Buddha never asked us to become perfect saints immediately. He did not demand flawlessness. The only thing he and life demand of you is sincerity. Sincere effort, sincere recognition of mistakes, and sincere return. Imagine a child learning to walk. That baby will walk unsteadily, will trip, will stand up, and then fall down countless times before their legs become strong. Seeing a child fall, would any of us have the heart to blame or punish them? No one. We look at them with eyes of love and encouragement. We clap for every time they try to stand up. Your soul is also on a journey of learning to walk on the path of wisdom and love. You are also a child learning to walk amidst the thorns of life. You deserve the same compassion and patience from yourself. Do not just look at the fall, look at your effort to stand up. There is a beautiful saying I want you to take into tonight's sleep. Do not look at the whole dense forest and feel small. Look at the seed you watered today. A wholesome seed, no matter how small, contains the potential for an entire forest in the future. Progress is not a straight line upward. It is a spiral. There are days you feel you are progressing, leaps and bounds, and days you feel like you are regressing. That is completely normal. The important thing is that you are still moving, still practicing with all your sincerity. Right now, in the gentle darkness, I invite you to recall just one small action today that you feel you did well, however small. A kind thought, a caring touch, or a mindful breath. Look at it, smile at it, and acknowledge it. Take a deep breath, embrace yourself, and whisper, I did the best within my ability and awareness today. That is enough. This gentle recognition is the warmest blanket covering your soul, helping to soothe all tension and bringing you into a good sleep where you know you are always whole and worthy. Contemplation 5. Everything changes, and that is completely okay. When the heart has settled in self-acceptance, let us open our eyes to receive another great truth of the universe, a truth capable of bringing absolute peace. The fifth reminder is everything changes, and that is completely okay. My dear friend, we often bring anxiety into sleep because we fear that tomorrow will bring unforeseen fluctuations. We want joys to stay forever. We want loved ones never to leave, and we fear that current sorrows will last eternally. We crave permanence. But the true nature of life is impermanence. Nothing stands still. Please change your perspective tonight. Impermanence is not a curse, nor is it bad news. Impermanence is life's greatest gift. It is because of change that the cold winter gives way to warm spring. The tiny seed grows into a tall tree, and today's pain will certainly not last forever. If everything were permanent, you would be trapped in your current difficulties forever. Impermanence is the door to liberation, allowing everything to flow and be renewed. Imagine your life as a great river flowing tirelessly to the sea. That river never stands still. You never bathe twice in the same water. Suffering is only born when we try to turn ourselves into a rock to block the flow. But when you accept to let yourself go and flow with the river, you will see that change is gentle and natural. Tonight, if there is still a ripple of anxiety about the future in your heart, look at it as a cloud drifting across the sky of your consciousness. The sky is vast and silent, while clouds just come and go, gather and dissolve. Do not chase the clouds, reside as the sky. Observe that worry and say, I see you. You come, and then you will go. I let you pass by. In the scriptures, there is a beautiful metaphor saying, this life is like a dream, like a bubble, like morning dew. Understanding this is not to make us hate life, but to make us cherish the present and not cling too tightly to gains and losses, successes and failures. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Imagine all your worries and plans for tomorrow turning into fluffy white clouds, gently drifting over your head and vanishing into the void. You do not need to keep anything. Take a deep breath and whisper the affirmation of wisdom. Everything is changing, and I am at peace with that flow. When you rely on this truth, fear of the future will vanish, making way for a deep and serene sleep. You are floating in the river of life, and that river knows the way to bring you home. Contemplation 6. May all beings be well, peaceful, and free. We have reached the final reminder, the most beautiful and resonant note to close this evening's symphony. After healing ourselves, it is time to expand our hearts infinitely, to connect with this entire universe with the energy of compassion. The sixth reminder is, may all beings be well, peaceful, and free. My dear friend, when night falls, our small self often feels lonely and afraid. We huddle up to protect ourselves. But the best way to find absolute safety is not to build thicker walls, but to expand the mind wider. When your heart is as vast as the sky, no arrow can wound you, and no rock can make you feel cramped. Compassion, metta, is the most miraculous and softest armor to protect your soul in the dark night. When you go to sleep with a heart full of love, no nightmare can invade, and no fear can disturb you. Right now, perform the loving kindness ritual with me. Let each prayer fall into your mind like cool dewdrops. First, start with yourself. The person most in need of love right now is you. Do not think it is selfish, for you must be full to be able to share. Place your hand on your heart, feel the beat, and pray silently. May I be safe? May I be peaceful? May I be free from suffering and affliction? Feel the tenderness, enveloping your body. You deserve to be happy. Next, think of your loved ones, those sleeping under the same roof, or those far away whom you cherish. Visualize their faces and send them the warmth of protection. May you be peaceful. May you have a good night's sleep. And now, take a courageous step for the soul. Think of someone you find difficult to like, or someone who once hurt you. You do not need to force yourself to love them. You only need to let go of the burden of hatred. Try to send them a little bit of peaceful energy, not because they deserve it or not, but because you understand that, deep inside, they are also struggling in suffering and ignorance. Sending love to them is how you extinguish the last remaining fire of anger in your own heart. May you find true peace so that you no longer cause suffering to yourself and others. Finally, project your mental gaze further, beyond the four walls of this room. Imagine this entire earth being enveloped in a gentle, warm light of compassion. In that light, there is no distinction, no boundary, only the sacred connection of life. Whisper this great prayer. May all beings, great or small, near or far, be well, peaceful, and free. Can you feel it? When your mind turns toward the infinite, tiny personal worries suddenly become small and vanish. You are no longer a lonely individual struggling to find sleep. You are harmonizing your breath with the breath of the universe. It does not matter if anyone hears your prayer. The act of sending out love itself has purified your mind, returning it to its clearest and purest state. Let that energy of compassion support you, letting you flow gently into a deep and blissful sleep. You have fulfilled the mission of a day lived fully with human kindness. My dear friend, so we have completed tonight's journey together through these 6 reminders. Please see them as 6 seeds of peace that you have manually sown into the fertile soil of your consciousness. They are the seeds of letting go of the past, the seeds of gratitude for the present, the seeds of healing forgiveness, the seeds of self-recognition, the seeds of wisdom, accepting impermanence, and the great seeds of compassion connecting all species. If you patiently water them with practice every night, those seeds will silently sprout and grow strong. They will bloom into habits of bliss, sheltering your soul against all of life's future storms. The path of practice is not a distant destination, but the way we live each day with clarity, kindness, and mindfulness. But that is a story for the future. Right now, your task is finished. Allow yourself to sink deep into sleep with a firm belief that you have done enough. You have strove your best, and you yourself, right here, are already a wonderful completeness. There is nothing left to worry about, nothing more to hold on to. Loosen your hands, loosen your brow, and let your body rest completely. If these shares brought you a bit of peace tonight, come back and rest with us again tomorrow. Now, take one last deep breath, feeling the stillness and gentle light spreading through your whole body. And as you exhale, let this prayer gently lead you into a good sleep. May you and all beings be well, peaceful, and free. Good night, and have beautiful dreams. Goodbye, and see you again.